Today we're going to get to the main content. Your project needs to teach us about you. There isn't one way to do this. Hopefully you've taken some time to look at the examples that I've shared. This video will give you a few suggestions, but how you complete this step is up to you. I recommend that you set this video to full screen, pause or re-watch this video at any time. After you log into your Scratch account that you created, find your projects page in your Stuff and click See Inside. Double check that the title is About Me and that it has been shared. One option would be for each of your sprites to appear one at a time and play a recording explaining that choice in sprite. The best way to do this is to use an event called a broadcast and get the timing right. Broadcasts are like sneaking a note to someone. Let's try one now. I'm going to broadcast my first message and call it Cake. Then I'm going to use the When I Receive Message block and change it to Cake. Anything that I want to happen right now, I'll put under this block. If any other sprite should do something at the same time, I can use a When I Receive Cake block for those sprites too. Now would be a good time to make a recording and put a sound block in my code under the Receiving Message event. When I'm done with that part of the code, I'll broadcast another message. This time I'm going to call it Dogs. Now anything that I want to happen now will start with When I Receive Dog, like this. I want this sprite of my puppies to show up and my cake to hide now. I might now add a recording to talk about my puppies. Press the green flag to test what you have so far. Is it working the way you want? You need to continue this process until you're telling us at least 5 things about you. Test it with the green flag and make sure it's working before you decide to submit it. We will be adding some backdrop changes and movement in our next steps, but you can hold off on that for now. If you can't get recordings to work or want another method, you can use text-to-speech. Go here to add that functionality, which will give you more blocks to choose from. In my complicated example of this project, I used lots of broadcasts so that I could have a speech bubble, have my costumes make it look like my mouth is moving, and play a recording all at the same time. You do not have to make it this complicated. But if you are a strong coder who wants a challenge, you are welcome to try. I explained those broadcasts in more detail back in the video that I shared in the Sprites assignment. It was option number 3 if you want to look back at that video. When you are finished, highlight and copy the link or URL for your project at the top of your browser. In Canvas, select the Submit Assignment button and paste the link here before pressing Submit again. You can paste by right-clicking and picking Paste, or on an iPad, you'll hold down your finger for a second, then when you lift your finger, it should give you the option to paste. Don't forget to press Submit and get a confirmation page.